Good morning. Good morning. As I am getting ready for work, waking up, drinking my coffee, my beautiful coaster that I don't show, I've had some thoughts. Hi, welcome back. It's Leah. The reasons why you're actually miserable are not your job, even if it's a very toxic one. And most people, do not endure such a high level of toxicity in their job that it would negate any of my points I'm about to make. The real reason is that you don't know what to do with your life. A job is a comfort zone where you tell yourself that your survival is guaranteed in exchange for following instructions. Having a job is a scam, similar to the pharmaceutical industry. How they'll offer you, just take this pill and this is going to be a cure for your problem. In exchange, you have to tolerate all these side effects, and that then leaves you needing to be further medicated with yet another and another one of their products. Because instead of being paid to produce a specific result, or at the very least getting a percent of the profit you produce, even if it's a small one, you are forced to physically be there at all your most productive hours of the day, without exception, and paid just enough to survive, without any sort of flexibility that provides actual job security, because you have to commit full-time. Part-timers are often not allowed benefits. You are at the bottom of the ladder. You are the first to be cut when there's a budget problem. You do not have much bargaining power if your only choices are to take it or leave it on something you literally need to survive. The system, the laws, the company itself, all of the above, literally forces you to work full-time or starve, unless you're one of the lucky people who is able to depend on someone else for your livelihood. And even if that's the case, let's say you are a working mom, working part-time taking care of her kids while your husband is the one paying the bills, most likely he's an employee, so you are still living off of the system, even if it's indirect. Work full-time or starve. This means do overtime you don't want to do. Work weekends you don't want to be there. Holidays instead of being with your family or relaxing. And the most important thing is you need approval to take time off. You need approval to even use the time that you have earned to be off. And every single day is to be argued for. There is not a single day of your life that you can simply be off because you choose without getting approval for it. You essentially trade away the majority of your life while they dangle the carrot of a barely livable paycheck in front of you. You go home tired, defeated, which is usually from the feeling of a deep lack of control that we don't even know how to verbalize. So it just feels like frustration, and sometimes we unfortunately take it out on our family and friends that don't deserve it. And I believe this is the true cause of frustrations and disagreements at the workplace between colleagues. Then you are left with just enough time to sleep, just enough time to manage your personal life and recover. Therefore, this means no true time off, providing you with the opportunity to even think, much less pursue your own business. You literally have no time to figure out how to get out, and that's the point. You do not get paid enough to live comfortably, much less provide for your family and also save enough to stop working. That's the point. You cannot, for most jobs, for most of the population, the average income in the United States for most of us is $100,000 a year or much less. Pre-tax. That is not enough to provide for a family, to keep one partner at home to care for kids, to pay for a mortgage or even rent and feed them, and put away enough to provide for a business you're investing in, or to save enough to get to the point where you can work part-time, even just for a couple of years. Wagey life is like riding a bicycle. You must keep pedaling or fall off, starve, die, be forced into homelessness, etc. You are never meant to be able to stand on your own 2 feet without losing sleep, sacrificing your family, sacrificing your health, social isolation, severe spending restrictions, etc. You have to live extremely below your means in order to get anywhere with your finances, or work 2 jobs and have literally no time off to be with anyone if you are also showering, eating, recovering, sleeping appropriate amounts. Now, this all seems very dark. I understand. But if you had a passion in life, you would already be restricting yourself in this way without question. And that would give you a reason to live. That passion would be enough so that you transform to someone who looks forward to the future and eventually gets good enough at that passion to escape wage slavery, or at least make a part-time income and have more / enough to eventually escape sooner. You would see hope in the horizon if you had a passion. If you actually knew what you wanted to do with your life, you wouldn't be stuck as a wagey for so long. If you felt passionately enough, your self-esteem would not be so low and would not be getting in your way so much, because it would be impossible, because it wouldn't matter how bad you feel about yourself. You feel so passionately about this thing that you will do anything to pursue it. Once you figure out what your passion is, then you can escape, and that's my point. Nothing you will ever do, no amount of quiet quitting, will ever allow you to escape when all you have to look forward to are the times that you're not at work. You must have something, some purpose, something you want to see in life. Not just your family, not just providing for your family. There has to be something else driving you forward. There has to be something you want to see happen in the world, something you want to achieve. Because without that, your future is just going to look like all of your time is spent being told what to do, having to follow the instruction or starve, and spending tiny amounts of free time thinking about how much you regret that this is your life when you know you want something different. Instead, your time will be filled with, how do I make an extra hour to do this thing that I love? How do I find the time, the energy? I have literally seen a Walgreens cashier drawing on receipts to practice his art in between customers while he was waiting. He would literally draw for 15 to 20 seconds at a time at the same time that he was doing his job, because even if that only amounted to an extra 20 or 30 minutes in the entire day of him drawing, then that is an extra 20 or 30 minutes times 20 a month times a year. He would be so much better, and he would have something to look forward to, which is the improvement of his passion at the very least, even if nothing else came from it. I have seen many real life examples of this, and in fact, I believe this is something that YouTube and personal goals have done for me. So I think January is a great time to be thinking about these things as you are embarking on new resolutions and thinking about what you are excited to change about your life. I'm sure for many of you, it's so much more than just making more money. I'm sure you have so many personal goals, like you want to be disciplined, you want to go to the gym and look and feel great every single day, or you want to keep up with your looks, you want to work on something more often, you want to learn a new skill, learn a new language, practice a hobby. I know for most of us, the goal is either reach a financial goal for the purpose of changing your lifestyle, or actually changing your lifestyle, which has nothing to do with working that 9 to 5. So my point is, whatever mental energy you can extract from giving a shit about this 9 to 5 that's eventually just gonna dump you anyway, put it towards something that really matters to you. That being said, thank you for listening to me. See you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.